Today's horoscope, Leo September 23, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. The moon begins its transit of your social sector today, and will stay there for over 2 days. With this transit, enjoying pressure-free environments can help refresh you. However, today's Venus-Pluto square is tricky to navigate as it can produce tension that could interfere with your relationships and communications. Someone or something might trigger vulnerable areas of your psyche. Worries about your work or health can interfere with enjoying simple connections, personal interests, and light conversations. With this transit, even the simplest of interactions can seem loaded. If you observe this happening, try to detach yourself from the situation and move back into it after you've gained some perspective. Temporarily toning down your communications could also be useful. Life will be moving at a brisk pace in the weeks ahead for you. This is because the mighty Sun, our great luminary, will catch the wind and soar into your solar house of communication and short-distance travel beginning today. With Libra season upon you, you'll be germinating brilliant ideas and eager for discussion with your crush, sweetheart, or spouse in the month to come. This is also an exhilarating period to plan some quick trips to nearby destinations, whether that is hopping on a fast plane ride or even hitting the pavement for a road trip. No matter what, enjoy the spice of life now. What could you gain from your professional interactions and conversations? Pay attention to everything that unfolds in your work life as the Sun enters Libra and Venus enters Scorpio. Libra season will teach you the importance of social cues and correspondences in the workplace. How you interact with your coworkers or clients will speak volumes to your work life. Venusian energy can help you pinpoint what you need to work on in your relationships and community. However, you may have to transform how you communicate with others in your workplace. On the one hand, you see many of your strengths and feel pretty good about yourself. On the other hand, you feel the one nagging thing you haven't been able to quite work out dragging you down. If you continue to compare yourself to others, you will create a real problem for yourself. If you use the positive to confront the negative within yourself, you stand a chance of a real breakthrough. Try to keep yourself centered through some aerobic exercise to keep the fresh blood flowing. The vibrations of the day are going to tend to destabilize you. You are going to have to go with the flow even if the going is a little rough. However, you should think about your behavior with your family and friends. Try not to beat them over the head with your opinions. Take time to listen and weigh the pros and cons of a situation and stop acting on impulse. There may be a slowdown in your professional life. Whether it is the weekend or not, you have an opportunity to gain perspective on your income, work, and career fronts before the new week begins. The moon is spending its final hours in your career sector while also forming a favorable alignment with the Sun, who is in his last day in your income sector. Both are aligning positively with Pluto on the job front. Although all planetary activity related to income will conclude when Mercury leaves your income sector in 4 days, this time offers valuable insights into the factors that will influence your professional year ahead. As Venus reaches her last full day in your communication sector, instead of facing obstacles and roadblocks, the planet of love is instead finding nothing but support as she gets ready to hand over her mission to give your heart and your relationships a voice. With the Sun returning to your communication sector tomorrow and Mercury, the planet of communication 3 days later, the communication lines will remain in safe hands. Daily Planetary Overview. True connection comes from vulnerability, not from trying to control the outcome. Have you ever found that the deeper you're willing to go in a relationship, the more rewarding it becomes? Let's explore that idea. How do you define emotional intimacy, and how does it show up in your life? While the energy around relationships and partnerships is heating up, today might not be the best day for financial decisions or big shopping trips. With these planetary shifts, there's a heightened risk of impulsiveness, especially when it comes to splurging on expensive items or making investments. It's easy to get caught up in the moment and overlook the long-term risks. Have you ever bought something in the heat of the moment, only to realize later it wasn't worth the price? If so, You know how important it is to take a step back and really think things through. Right now, the universe is advising caution euro postpone major purchases and financial decisions for a time when you have a clearer perspective. Trust that by waiting, you'll be able to make choices that serve you better in the long run. Speaking of energy, it's crucial to be mindful of how you're using yours, especially today. You might feel like obstacles are piling up, and it's easy to become overwhelmed when you're trying to tackle everything at once. This is your reminder to prioritize euro. Some obstacles are worth your time and effort, while others are simply distractions. Have you ever found yourself spinning your wheels, trying to solve problems that, in the grand scheme of things, weren't really worth it? Today is about being selective with your energy. Focus on what truly matters, and let the rest fall away. By doing so, you'll avoid burnout and be able to deal with the challenges that genuinely require your attention. What's something in your life right now that could use a little more focus, or maybe something you need to let go of? Feel free to share, we're all in this together. A significant cosmic shift is happening today as the Sun enters Libra and Venus moves into passionate Scorpio. These two planetary movements signal the beginning of a transformative period, especially when it comes to relationships, balance, and our desires. Libra's season officially kicks off with the fall equinox, marking a time of equilibrium and fresh beginnings. This is a season where you might find yourself naturally gravitating toward harmonious, reciprocal connections, craving balance in your interactions. At the same time, with Venus entering the deep, intense waters of Scorpio, your desire for true partnership will be heightened, bringing a more profound, passionate energy into your life. On the financial front, your expertise might be in high demand today. People may be seeking your advice on money matters or projects you're working on together. It's great to share your knowledge, but make sure you're not giving too much of yourself away. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you've given so much of your time or energy to help others that you were too drained to focus on your own goals? Today, it's all about balance euro. Share your wisdom freely, but set boundaries so that you still have enough energy to pursue your own interests. Also, remember that listening is just as important as giving advice. Sometimes, the best way to help others is by truly hearing what they have to say, rather than always offering solutions. How do you find balance between helping others and taking care of yourself? As we move through these powerful shifts, it's important to remember that this is a time of growth and transformation. The cosmos is encouraging you to seek harmony in your relationships, deepen your connections, and make thoughtful, intentional decisions. There's a lot of beautiful energy at play right now, and if you tune into it, you can use it to create positive changes in your life. So, what are you feeling inspired to shift or transform during this season of balance and renewal? Let's start a conversation euro. Share your thoughts, your goals, and your insights. We're all here to support and uplift one another as we navigate these cosmic shifts together.